Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti. One more time. Om Shanti, Shanti. Give me the whole song. Shanti. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Good morning, Unity. Thank you. It's nice to get into a little, meditative groove before church. So welcome to Unity on this beautiful Sunday morning. Let's start the way we always do with Claudia's wonderful song, God is Good and All is Well.
What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled with joy profound in a world where many miracles abound. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well.
Welcome, welcome, Unity. Welcome to Unity of Bonaire, where we live and express unconditional love and grow together in peace and prosperity. Good morning. My name is Patricia Ali. I see a lot of Hey, y'all! I see a lot of familiar faces here, my Unity family, and maybe a couple of new faces. So welcome one and all. I am really glad to be back here this morning, both in person and online. So welcome, welcome. So whether this is your first time or your 100th time joining us, we are grateful for your presence and participation as we share this special time together. We have come together as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us forth to celebrate the connection we all share through the holy presence within and all around us that we call God. And in the spirit of community, we unfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings and all people everywhere. And we begin our time together with this special message from our daily word. But before that, I just want to back up 1 second. I forgot to mention that, yes, I'm Patricia Ali, for those of you who don't know me. There's my husband, Jerry, and we've been active members of this Unity family for over 15 years, involved in the music team and Readers Theater and Chili Cook-Off, which my husband won first place one year, I have to say, woohoo to that. And our daughter, Emma, has been president of the YFM, and we've been involved in that as well. So it's just so great to be back here with family again, so thank you. All right, so now we're going to read the daily word here. And the daily word for today is joy. Yes. Joy is the call of my heart. Whether I am at work or at play, I bring a spirit of joyfulness to everything I do. More than a mood or an attitude, joy is part of me and mine to live and to share. Like all aspects of my divine identity, joy flowers in my consciousness when I hold joyful thoughts and feelings. I express my joy as the excitement of anticipation, fascination at a new discovery, deep satisfaction in a relationship, and the tranquil glow from communing with God in prayer. My joy is contagious, and I love to share in it. I have feelings of joy when I take part in a friend's or family member's joyous moments, their celebrations and accomplishments. I feel quiet joy when I offer encouragement and even when I give comfort, grateful to share the care and love of God. Rejoice always, 1 Thessalonians 5:16. And now I invite you to say this affirmation with me. I will say it once, and I invite you to repeat it twice. I say yes to the joy that invites me in this moment. Together, I say yes to the joy that invites me in this moment. I say yes to the joy that invites me in this moment. That's awesome. Okay. And now, okay, let me just get my stuff together. I have a lot of stuff here. All right, I am just so very honored and excited to talk about our speakers for today. Hold on 1 second. My pages are all messed up. Give me 1 sec. Okay, here it is right in front of me. All right, here we go. The Twin Soul Poets are a spoken word poetry duo and couple offering a multi-layered double feature performance. Together, Hamilton Sage and Ingrid Ali bring innovative group pieces, intimate personal stories, and creative character pieces to life with the power of vulnerable artistry, joy, and twin soul love. They are winners of a 2016 Posse Award for their poem, The Lovings, in the Social Justice and Action category. And they are no strangers to Unity. Ingrid attended this church for several years here, and both Hamilton and Ingrid performed their Lovings piece on this very stage, about 5 years ago. And a lot of you remember that, right? And after their performance, Hamilton got down on one knee and proposed to our daughter, Ingrid. And a year later, my husband and I gained a son-in-law. Oh, I'm going to tear up. That's just like, and also, as I mentioned, Ingrid has been coming to church, as well as Emma. She's also been a part of this church for over 15 years. So needless to say, we're very proud of them all 4 of our children. Anyway, Hamilton and Ingrid are also both actors, amazing actors, I might add, and have a growing online presence as twin soul poets, offering love and relationship advice. And you could subscribe to their YouTube and Instagram channels. And recently, and I'm really proud of them for this. They just reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, on their YouTube channel. And in celebration of that, they posted their How We Met video. It's awesome. And please, if you still feel inclined, please like and subscribe to their channel. It's a really cool channel. And as they would put it, they are your go-to couple for love and relationship advice, dope spoken word poetry, and uplifting content. And they also do one-on-one coaching. They've done it as far as Australia and India and all over the country. So yes. So having said all that, let's just show our love for Twin Soul Poets. All right. And now, I invite you all to just look around this beautiful room at all the other people in the sanctuary and just around the room or the place where you are and recognize the truth of this beautiful song we're about to sing, Surely the Presence.
Surely the presence of love is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of love is in this place. Surely the presence of love is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of love is in this place.
Good morning, friends. My name is Cheryl Fair. That's pronounced like Cher, like Sonny and Cher, or Cher and Cher alike. That's how you say my name, Cheryl. Some people have some other interpretations. Let's go with Cheryl, okay? And I am a Unity Minister candidate. I serve here at Unity of Bon Air in a myriad of capacities that are ever evolving. And I'm happy to be here this morning as your platform leader. And right now, we're going to do an opening prayer. So let's get into that space by taking a couple of deep breaths together. And if you wish, you can allow your outer eyes to drift closed as we just come into this moment, into your seat, settle into your body, allow your mind and all of the busyness of the morning to quiet. Open your heart space as we create a sacred space here together, those of us in the room and all of us who are connected online. In that wonderful net of the infinite field where we exist together as one in our divine natures, we come together right here, right now. Each one of us being a living, breathing expression of divine love in this moment, in our lives, out in the world, and in that infinite field through which we are connected. And from that Christ consciousness presence of divine love, we bring into this sacred space any prayer requests or needs that we are aware of. We bring into this moment all of the names that Unity of Bon Air is carrying on our prayer list, all of the prayer requests that might have been dropped into the box here in the physical room, and any prayer needs that you might be aware of. Let's take a moment and from this Christ consciousness perspective of divine love, speak into this sacred space the names of those or circumstances that you're aware of that you would like to shower with loving prayer. Speak those names now. And we bless all of those names and circumstances as we expand the love consciousness that we are out beyond into our community, loving and blessing all of those in our community, out into our nation, out into the world, holding all of those who are in distress in this sacred space of divine love, showering blessings upon those who are in need. We bring into this sacred space all of the leaders in the world, seeing them stepping forth in divine wisdom and divine understanding, making wise and beneficial choices for the people of the world. We bring into this sacred space all the children of the world, treasuring and knowing that each child in the world is an expression of divine love. We also expand this love consciousness to enfold our physical world, the earth, and all the blessings that we receive from our home, the earth. And as we begin to bring our consciousness back to this moment, to this room, we seal this time of prayer together in gratitude. As we begin to come back into this room and open our eyes again, we will say together 3 times, I am grateful. With me now. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. So it is, my friends. Amen. That felt good. So welcome everyone. Welcome everyone in the room. We have some special activities going on today, so we have a number of faces that I haven't seen in a while. And welcome to all of our friends online. Please know that this ministry is no longer a ministry with walls. We are a ministry that is out in the world in lots of different ways, including enfolding all of you who are online. Thank you for being here. And anyone who's here for the first time, please know that those of you in the room, there are welcome packets in that little basket over there. And I know we have some out in the hallway also. So be sure to take one of those if you're here for the very first time. And those of you online, unitybonair.org. Give it a visit, check it out, look around, see what all the wonderful things that we have here to offer at Unity of Bonaire. And I want to take a few moments to tell you about a few of those opportunities. We have been having this summer a summer series called Chillin' at Unity. Because it's hot outside, right? So we want to come in and chill. All of our previous events have been on Thursday evenings, but the last one, the grand finale of the whole series, is Saturday. So remember that, Saturday, 6:30 p.m., and it's going to be a concert from Claudia Carawan and Sue Riley, who are, divas of the posse music world, my friends. So both of these ladies have recorded multiple CDs and are just wonderful leaders out in the world of new thought, bringing positive music and wonderful experiences to audiences. So we'll have them right here, chilling at Unity Saturday at 6:30. There were some rumors of having a food event before that, but that hasn't worked out. But feel free to come early, have your dinner out on the promenade, and we will have snacks at intermission, so no one will go hungry at chilling at Unity, okay? So wanted to tell you about that. Also, for all of us here in person, please stay afterwards today, and perhaps some of you online can come on over after the service. We're going to have a reception for our beloved Associate Minister, Reverend Valerie Kay, as this is her last Sunday here with us as our Associate Minister, but she's not going very far. We're going to see her still in the future, aren't we? That's my plan. I'm not saying goodbye at all. It's just like, so... But she has completed her tenure as associate minister and is moving on to be the senior minister of Unity of Richmond. So we're having a little shindig here today to celebrate her. So we want to pay attention to that. And I do have a special guest for our announcements today. And this is for a future event that's coming up in October. This guest is so important that he has his own entrance music. So let me just play that for you. Let me make sure we're working here. Come on, here we go.
October 2, Saturday, October 2nd. So bring your beast, your critters, your pet companion, whatever you have that, whether it flies, has scales, or whatever, please come, and it's between 11 and 2. We're going to honor, we're going to celebrate, and we're going to give great thanks to our divine creator for instilling these wonderful creatures that have inspired our lives and have done so much for us. And you know what I'm talking about, especially if you had pets or will have pets or have it now. We'll also have many vendors that are going to participate, that they're supporting the pet service for animals. And one special one here is today is that our Billy Wills is going to be offering silhouettes, and she can also do a portrait of your pet, but it would be a little bit later. But the silhouettes, so bring your animal or a photograph. Aren't they beautiful? And we also have other vendors that you're going to be hearing about later on as they come about that's going to take care of your animals with oils and energy and herbs and a whole lot of other things that support the health care, because October is National Health Awareness Pet Month. We also would making a call now for your help. If any of you would like to volunteer that day to help set up, to do odds and ends, there is a clipboard in the hall to sign up if you're able to do all of it or part of that time. We really would appreciate your help in making this a nice flowing event. Plus, we're going to have some food also for sale, so it is during lunchtime. And also, if you have any photos of your pet, even if they passed on, if you have any photos, we're going to be showing them up here. Cheryl's going to put them on the e-news and whatever as part of our promo, because you know you just love your babies and we love seeing them and honoring them on this special day. So that's my quick announcement, but we'll see you again later on with more information about what's going to be happening. And do kiss your pets for me, will you please? And make sure they come on October 2nd, which is also close to St. Francis Feast Day, by the way, for those of you who are interested. So thank you for your attention, and we'll be seeing you.
Sorry. Thank you, Phyllis. And Petey. This was Petey. All right. So, I think it's time for us to do some music. How about a congregational sing-along, my friends?
And please rise in body or in spirit.
And dance if you like.
Rejoice, dance and sing, celebrate everything. Rejoice, dance and sing,
Celebrate everything.
glory,
Hallelujah. There is none but one. Glory, hallelujah.
It's brighter than the sun. Rejoice, dance and sing,
Celebrate everything. Rejoice, dance and sing. Celebrate everything. Glory, hallelujah.
there is none but one.
Glory, hallelujah. It's brighter than the sun. Rejoice, dance and sing. Celebrate everything. Rejoice, dance and sing. Celebrate everything. Glory, hallelujah. There is none but one. Glory, hallelujah. It's brighter than the sun. It's brighter than the sun. It's brighter than the sun. And it's in everyone.
Wonderful. And let's remain standing, my friends in the room, and let us say together our statement of truth. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the omnipotent good. And as everything that we talk about in Unity is based on the teachings of Jesus, we include in our service the Lord's Prayer.
glory forever. Amen.
You may be seated. Now we're going to enjoy another lovely piece of music, followed by our message and meditation today, which is coming to us via video.
So we've invited Reverend Valerie to come up and sing with us on this. I've decided to be happy. I've decided to be glad. I've decided to be grateful for all I ever had. I've decided to let go of all this pain tonight. I've decided to let go of all these demons inside. I know I am blessed. I know all I ever wanted was this. I know I don't need more. I've got what I came for. I've decided to be open to that little voice inside, telling me I'm beautiful. It's okay to be alive. I've decided to be kinder to myself when I feel sad. I've decided to be grateful for all I ever had. I know I am blessed. I know all I ever wanted was this. I know I don't need more. I've got what I came for. Thank you.
Freedom stares us in the face, on the edge of what feels safe. One step of surrender and freedom stares us in the face, on the edge of what feels safe. One step of surrender and we could forever leave this place to free fall. Free fall, we fall over and over because we have agreed that such is the human condition. Subscribe to this original sin and believe its bars keep us caged in to miss the mark. Again and again, punishing ourselves worse and worse every time. Pleading for some divine to save us from drowning in this knee-high water if we could just stop kneeling. Stand up to see, to breathe. There is divinity in each inspiration. We are all manifestors of our own creation. Maybe it's this responsibility that we fear. So we quickly hand away our own power to God or Jesus or whoever might be near, forgetting that his name or her name means I am. So who are you? Who are you? However you answer, you will make it true. You choose. Maybe it feels safer to act out a script that has already been written to allow someone else to make our decisions, but there will be a time when truth must reveal what is hidden. So step to the mirror, face to face with self on the edge of what feels safe. Ask yourself, does it feel safe to claim God's name? Say it loud and surrender to truth reflected. I am perfection, observing itself. Will you believe or be live? Be, for now is the address at which eternity resides, so you decide. How will you define I am?
Hi everyone, it's Twin Soul Poets.
Poets.
We are so excited to be back at Unity Bon Air once again. We are actors, love and relationship coaches, and spoken word poets.
Yes, and today we're talking about activating the will through awareness.
Will is defined as someone's determination to do what is necessary to achieve what they want.
Activating the will in our lives often involves grounding higher wisdom and spiritual insights into our 3D reality, into our physical reality in our day-to-day lives. And what that looks like is moving towards our dreams, step by step through inspired action and figuring out when we have these revelations, like many of us have been doing. As we proceed on this spiritual journey, we might receive some wisdom, and then sometimes the challenge arises when we try to take that wisdom into our day-to-day life and apply it, right? So activating the will is the tool that we can use to move through the resistance, move through obstacles. Oftentimes resistance might show up as obstacles in our exterior world or in the environment, people, places, situations that challenge us. It also can come up from within, the inner resistance of judgments, fears, preferences, of expectations about how things should or shouldn't be, right? And when we feel that resistance, whether it's from within or without, that is when we are called to sort of activate that will, that inner strength that can push us through those obstacles and be that little voice that counteracts the doubt and fear and saying, yes, I can do this. I will do it no matter what. And there's many different ways that we can bring in practices into our day-to-day to help strengthen this sense of will and to help us sort of walk through the fire, as it were. And we'll talk about some of those today. The key is here that we are always so much more capable than we think we are.
Yes.
And when that voice arises, the voice of doubt and fear that says, I can't. I had this amazing insight, this amazing dream came to me about some goal or vision that I want to create in my life, but oh my God, I don't know how. I can't do that. It's not realistic. That's when we get to activate our will and say, nah, little voice, I can and I will no matter what. Even if I don't know how yet, I can claim that now and then open myself to divine assistance, divine guidance, and trust that even when it feels difficult, we're capable of doing more than we think we can.
Many people associate the word will with making it happen through sheer determination against all odds and sleepless nights and working so hard. And while this is one way to execute the will, there is another way, which is accessing divine will. And everything you want, the divine already has an awareness of and access to. And so therefore, if you can cultivate your awareness of divine will within yourself, you can access the power and the ability to move forward towards what you want without so much effort. Because that ability, that constant flow is always speaking to us.
Yes.
Divine will is experienced as inspired action rather than obligation. It should feel energizing of your vision rather than draining you. It's going to inspire aha moments rather than mentally straining to figure out how I'm going to make it happen. That's how you know when you're in that flow of divine will. You're being inspired to follow through. You're going to feel inspired to do the work it takes to reach your goals. You're going to be inspired to take actions. It's not going to feel like a drag.
And also to just know. Sometimes the will can be activated just to choose to tune into that higher knowing, just choosing to know that it's already done.
Willingness to
Yes.
surrender to the divine. That's the ultimate will. It's the willingness to do that and to trust that even though I can't tell how this is working out for me, I know that it is, because the divine is always orchestrating. The divine is infinitely aware of all possibilities, of everything that I could need. So let's make a choice to surrender into that truth. And we discovered that for ourselves during the past year and a half as the whole world has been shifting and changing in so many ways. This talk was inspired by our experience over the past year and a half, which, like I'm sure many of you, has been very unique and full of lots of obstacles and surprises. We ended up having a lot of shifts in our lives. We moved back to Virginia for a little while with the help of our amazing family and took some time to reassess and to think about what we wanted to focus on, to reprioritize the things that were important to us in our lives. And during that process, we recognized that we were going to have the opportunity to access and use our will to make those shifts, because sometimes it seems scary to step into something new. There were so many new things that we wanted to do, like build and create our YouTube channel and do relationship advice and coaching with clients all over the world, but we had no idea how to do some of these things. And there was a big learning curve, and it was the will that said, okay, even though I don't know how to do this thing, we have the desire to create it, and we know that these are things that we want to give to the world. So that's when we started exploring for ourselves how we could activate the will. It's not that we never have any fears or any doubts, but it's the decision in the moment that we're going to choose to refocus on what we want to create, to refocus on that divine will, right?
Yes.
We want to share a few ways that you can activate your divine will or your will through awareness. And the first is through meditation and stillness. There's a quote I love from the very charismatic and energetic metaphysical teacher, Reverend Ike, that says, "You are the mask that God is wearing." So whenever we meditate, that's an opportunity to take that mask off and to connect into our divine truth and remember who we really are, which will energize your ability to activate the will for the things that you want in your life.
Yes. Another one, sort of on the same wavelength, is the practice of prayer, particularly affirmative prayer. Praying in a way that we're using our divine creative potential to be aware of the words that we're speaking into existence.
Yeah.
So if you see something that you would like to create in your life, speaking of that thing and praying about it in a way that you're claiming it.
Yes, in the
right
present
now.
tense.
Yes. So do you have an example?
Yes, for us, we have been claiming our gratitude and appreciation for being able to reach so many people, to inspire them, to help people manifest amazing soulful love in our lives, which is what we do on our YouTube channel.
Yes. And what we're doing right now.
And what we're doing right now, speaking to you, is a manifestation of that. So saying thank you, divine, for allowing us to have all these vehicles and channels to share our message. Affirmatively speaking those things, you are willing it into existence by reminding yourself and connecting the divine to say that it is here now. Oh, I'm remembering that we already have the access to these things that we want, and we're just aligning with it. We're just getting in that vibration to match it. So practicing that for us has been very powerful, and we've seen amazing shifts in our lives since we've been doing that together. The next way that we found to activate the will through awareness is by shifting the focus from yourself to giving to others. I began practicing Kundalini yoga over this period of the pandemic, when we all had a lot more time for a lot of us to explore and do things and learn new things. And I started practicing Kundalini yoga, which is moving this energy in the base of your spine up through all the chakras for healing and spiritual awareness. And it's a very cool process that I really enjoyed. But it's also very physically challenging and mentally challenging, and you're definitely pushed up against your limits. And I remember at one point I was doing this one exercise where our arms were being lifted up in the air for a long period of time, and we were moving it like this, which seems really easy the first maybe minute, but once you hit 3 minutes, it gets pretty intense. And I remember reaching this point where, like, I don't think I can go any further. And suddenly it came to me to take this energy that I was feeling and this feeling that I couldn't go anymore, and to send it and transmute this energy as a healing energy to someone I love, to someone who could use some healing energy right now. And as I shifted that mentally in my mind, all of a sudden I had this renewed strength. All of a sudden it didn't feel so hard to keep my arm up, and it was this powerful moment where I was like, wow, just this shift in my awareness, just this shift in my decision that I could keep going by giving, gave me a whole new second wind, and I was able to finish and complete the exercise. And that was such a powerful and beautiful lesson for me, to feel like I was giving some love to someone else.
Yes, and I'm sure any parents listening to this can certainly resonate with that idea of like you find yourself finding so much more capability and power and strength than you thought you had when you're thinking of taking care of your children. So especially when you're dedicating yourself and your actions towards
others.
loved ones, and especially like the ones you love the most, it just really renews that inner strength and that will, and sort of like Ingrid said, finding reserves of willpower that you didn't even know were there.
Absolutely. And even giving to the community. I'm sure with Unity, the way that Unity gives so beautifully, it's even, we've all been through a lot. Sometimes we're tired, sometimes we feel stressed out, but when you have this opportunity to give, someone says, will you come volunteer at Unity? Will you come help us out with this event? Suddenly you realize that there's this joy in giving to others. There's something that ignites you. There's something that energizes you when you take the focus from just on yourself and trying to, figure everything out in your own arena and expanding out into the community. It's a beautiful way to energize and expand divine will.
And Ingrid mentioned Kundalini Yoga as a daily practice that she was engaging in. Any kind of physical exercise, Kundalini Yoga is particularly challenging on the mental and the physical, but any sort of physical exercise that sort of pushes your boundaries, you work up a little bit of a sweat, you get some cardio, or you're sort of pushing your strength, that can be an excellent way to, again, ground that will into your physical reality. You're getting yourself into your body. You're coming up against those, very visceral, experiential moments of being like, I don't know if I can run anymore. I don't know if I can do one more rep. And so often we have more reps in us. So often when you think you can't run or jog anymore, you got another mile, and those are little ways in our day-to-day that we can prove to ourselves, whoa, I could go more than I thought I could.
Yes, and that's a great transition into the next way, which is to simplify. So even if it means one more rep, if you've done the one more, you went a little further, and if the next day it's 2, that's great. It doesn't have to be a lot of things. So I think sometimes people overwhelm themselves by saying, I need to get all of these 10 things done, and I have to achieve them all. And I found through this whole process that we've been through of building and growing and all the shifts and changes that we've been going through this year and a half, that when I've simplified and just said, I'm just going to meditate every day. No matter what, I'm going to commit to my 30 minutes of meditation. And if I don't get anything else done, I'll know I have accomplished that. That has made it so much easier for me to access the will consistently, because I'm not spreading myself too thin. So if you have one thing that's really been calling you, if you take a few minutes to say, okay, if I could pick one thing that's been calling to me, what would it be? Is it, creating and starting my business? Is it making sure I spend more time with my children every day? Just one small thing, planting my garden. It doesn't have to be something that seems monumentally big. It can be so simple and small, and that's a way to teach yourself, look, I can show up for myself every day. Look, I did plant this garden. I tend to it every single day. Find something small and start there. And then as that becomes a habit, then you can expand out and add more things as you become confident in focusing on one thing at a time.
We want to share one more time our gratitude in Unity Church having us present virtually. We wish we could be there in person with everyone, but now we would love to guide you through a special Twin Soul Poets meditation. So if everyone could please get yourselves comfortable in your chair, and we invite you to just flow with us.
Close your eyes.
Count to 2.
Do you hear that voice?
That's not you. You are eternal awareness,
The all that isness.
the observer of that voice.
That can't seem to mind its business. The voice that tries to tell you who you are or who you should be.
That wonders, how long should I keep my eyes closed?
Or when is a good time to get up and pee?
This is a poem.
That is also a meditation.
It's a
poemtation to invite you back to the rich and beautiful stillness within.
Begin to notice the breath. Feel the air as it cools your nostrils. Feel the the caress of the inhale gently filling your chest.
Rising and falling like a sheet gently laid over the beat, beat of your heart. The heart that pulses and radiates the rhythm of the divine and is always calling you back to your truth. You are loved. Watch the story your mind is telling you right now with curiosity rather than resistance.
Like an audience of one at your own private movie, notice as your mind contemplates all of the whens and the hows, while the you that is observing is simply present in the spectacular now.
If you don't enjoy listening to the voice that keeps talking during your private movie,
Rude.
then instead, listen
to the prayers of your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Concentrate.
Let us swim in the stillness. Your heartbeat is the universe. Listen. Sit with us here in the stillness.
Let us find peace together. This inhale. This exhale is the pen always writing the Akashic records. The key that unlocks the door to the present, the spectacular now. Some call it heaven.
Listen, it's right here. All that searching, we forgot it was so near.
Simply step into the stillness.
A prayer with no asking.
A journey to nowhere.
We are already there, just being.
A vision come to fruition with eyes closed. So
who or what is now seeing? Not some voice in your head.
The one observing. The awareness in stillness.
You are this infinite being.
Wasn't that wonderful? I want to thank these parents who are here. Thank you for giving us Ingrid. And Twin Soul Poets, what a delight that was. I thought that was really super wonderful. And I also just want to affirm that, in this new way that we do ministry, where we are out in the world online, and that we can get as much of a big experience from a video presentation as we can from, we're just connecting in different ways than we have in the past, and it's all good. It's all good. So right now is the time in our service for us to prepare our love offerings. So whether you're in the room and you have something physical that you're going to share, or if you're at home and you're going to prepare to give your gift online, whatever it is, just hold that gift in your consciousness, your Christ consciousness, as an expression of divine love, as we are all the hands and words and feet of divine love in this world. So let's do our blessing together, all right? Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving. And now we'll have some music.
Not my will, but thy will Oh God, my God, not my will, but thy will be done, my God. All of my best thinking and actions led me here, trusting in my little human self, trying to make it happen how I thought that it should be. Then I stopped and listened to the quiet voice in me, and I heard these simple words that set me free. Not my will, but thy will be done. Oh God, my God, not my will, but thy will be done, my God. Not my will, but thy will be done. Oh God, my God, not my will, but thy will be done, my God. All of my reasons, they seem right on track. What to do and how I should proceed. But I've learned to pay attention to how I feel inside. Is everything a struggle, feeling like a chore, or a win for all, an open door? Not my will, but thy will be done. Oh God, my God, not my will, but thy will be done, my God. Join me. Not my will, but thy will be done. Oh God, my God, not my will, but thy will be done, my God. My God, not my will, but thy will be done. Oh God, my God, not my will, but thy will be done, my God. Not my will, but thy will be done. Oh God, my God, not my will, but thy will be done, my God, my God. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great job, guys. So, let's bless these love offerings, shall we? Knowing that the gift and the giver are one, we see these blessings that each one of us have shared in consciousness or in physical offering, going out into the community, spreading this consciousness of divine love into our world in wonderful ways. And together we are going to say, I am grateful 3 times to seal this with gratitude. Ready? I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Thank you, friends. All right, and now I believe my fabulous sidekick is coming up here to do some announcements. Ms. Patricia Ali, you have something to share?
Yes, ma'am, I do. Don't mind it, but were my kids awesome or what? Just saying. I'm still crying. My baby. Again, subscribe to that YouTube channel to help them reach their 100,000 goal. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, transformational opportunities. The spiritual practice gathering tonight will be facilitated by Jody Smith. Jody will use the teachings of Eric Butterworth from Discover the Power Within You, along with some healing spiritual practices to address our relationship with power and to start us to unleashing our power. This is in person and on Zoom at 5 p.m. And next Sunday morning, August 22nd, Unity Ministerial candidate Cheryl Fair, or as I like to call her, Cheryl Foray, awesomeness, will be our speaker on the power of intentional release. Cheryl reminds us that the practice of denials came straight from the words of Jesus, who said, "Let your words be yes, yes, or no, no." She will share the practical and powerful unity practice of denials and the game-changing power of practicing intentional release. That sounds awesome. And for all current and future teachers and helpers in our youth and family ministries, there is a training session next Saturday, August 21st, from 9 a.m. to noon, in person and via Zoom. We will review classroom safety, curriculum, and how to prepare for leading a YFM class. Breakfast will be provided for all those here in person. To RSVP or ask questions, see Melody Neal or email the church at info@unitybonaire.org. It is very important that you all plan to attend the Unity in Community Congregational Meeting, and that's in 2 weeks on August 29th at 1 p.m., offered both in person and via Zoom, so there's no excuses. Hosted by our board president, Brent Jackson. Brent. And you will hear very important updates on all the great happenings and plans at Unity of Bonaire, and have the chance to share your ideas and ask questions. To grow together in joy and abundance, we want all our Unity family to attend. And last but certainly not least, our prayer chaplains who are here, please stand. They are here to pray with you in this sanctuary today. So if you need prayer, please walk up to any one of them. They'll be glad to do it, and all prayer requests are kept confidential. Thank you, prayer chaplains. And it says here, to get all the details and keep up with all that is happening at Unity of Bonaire, sign up for the e-news or go to the website events calendar. And now back to you, Ms. Cheryl Foray.
Thank you. Or, as I call her, since you can tell, we have nicknames for each other. Thanks, Trish. So I believe now we are going to welcome the youth and family ministry, and I believe I can see them lurking outside the door there.
I am walking as the light, as the light, as the light. I am walking as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God.
Good morning, everyone. Why are we hiding in the corner? Good morning, everyone. My name is Melody, and I am with our youth and family ministry. Today, it was myself and my daughter, Doriana, who, for those of you who don't know, she's now 17 years old. So she was helping as well. So the guys, I think they're going to tell us what we did today and what we talked about.
Okay, so today we built birdhouses and wind chimes, and we painted birdhouses. And she made a Ronald McDonald baby house.
Why did we do birdhouses and decorations? What did we do it for?
Because it was the power of imagination.
Oh, and why is our power of imagination so important?
Because we can invent new things.
So we talked about our power of imagination and how it's created the world and how they created for our children's garden some new designs and decorations to put in. So thank you very much. And there is an upcoming training for anyone who would like to come and work with our youth. We'd love to have you either as a teacher or just as a classroom helper. The program will be Zoom as well as live here at the church, and it will include a breakfast if you're coming. We're just going to go over what our protocols are in the classrooms, our safety, how we teach, and what our curriculum is all about. So I'd love for you guys to come and join. It doesn't mean you have to do it, but come see what it's all about. I think you'd be surprised at how fun and how much you can learn from these guys. The next thing is we are going to have a yard sale next week. So there will be lots of toddler toys in particular. If anyone has grandchildren, children that they would like to have some toddler toys for, please come. It will be a fundraiser for the YFM. And what we don't use, what we can't sell, we will donate. So just wanted to say thank you, guys.
Thank you, Melody. And just to clarify, Melody, you're going to do the yard sale during Sunday morning? Okay, so we don't have to make a special trip, just plan to, buy some things. So we have a blessing for you guys. Okay, everybody? We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. Awesome. All right. So I just want to acknowledge and thank Melody and Dariana for helping us with the YFM today, and all of our volunteers. I know that there is quite a few volunteers in the kitchen today, so let's just send them our love and our thanks. Yeah. All of the folks who have been present from the time you entered the door, the first door to this door, everyone who was there to welcome you and greet you, would like to acknowledge our wonderful music team, Dan, Julie, Nancy, and quite a collection of people back there in the back. I see Ruth, I see Deb, I see Carrie, I think, I can only see the top of her head, and Sherry. So wanted to thank you. And once again, acknowledge our service leader, the lovely and talented Patricia Ali. And let's see. I think we're finished. Our service is now ended, and our ministry of love continues. So let's all stand. We'll do our prayer for protection and follow that with the peace song. So say it with me, folks. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, family all are we. Let us talk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and fill each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
No.